Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons. And much to the fuck you, Craig, I beat you to it. Ha 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 ha
I
ha
was
ha
waiting
ha
for you to
ha ha
stop
ha ha
talking,
ha.
fucker.
Yeah, see, that's why I just do it as a
Yeah,
continuous sentence,
I
because
should
then you never know.
I should have
Mwahaha.
just blurted it out. I
And
got your note next time.
as tradition would have it, doing a character solo with only one of the assholes.
Yay!
So, yeah, where Malador left off, you were brought to the new site of Derelictus, which is an expansion of Relictus. And for those of you who don't know, Relictus is abandoned and Derelictus is forsaken. Just
Right.
really cool words that I decided to do in Latin because mm,
They
they're
are
so
good.
cool. They
Yeah,
are good, especially for that situation.
right.
So they brought you out there because you requested to Xander that you wanted to see your father. Um, Much to their surprise, it was not to save him. Their understanding was that you were there to cause trouble for them to save him. And instead, you laughed in their face, which was very much a surprise, but also, you know, whatever
Yeah.
the word is. Um, and then they showed you the freshly dug out site and not quite built Derelictus site, and pointed at a tiny speck in the middle of the ground, down on the bottom, and pretty much told you if you want him, there he is, and didn't really give you much to go on of how to get down there. But for the
I have
most
an
part,
idea.
the last episode was you guys got once again accosted and surrounded by the sashes. Went willingly this time in cuffs and shackles, and with your role, you were able to depict that you were now 8 days away from Coast
Right.
City because that's where the site is, based on what Vidar told you, because he
At
knew the
least it's
location.
not 16 days away.
Good point. Good point. Um, yeah, but all right.
Okay.
So that is where we left off. Is you're still in shackles, but where we're gonna
No, they
start
took the
is,
shackles off of me.
yep, that's right. They took them off of you, and then they told
Yeah.
you if you want to go, if you want to go get him, they pointed to him and said, "Good luck. You've got Roe and Vare there." And then the two that escorted you, which neither of them are Xander. They're both, I never described
Right.
that. They're both just white sashes that took you
Right.
out of the cart and escorted you up to Vare and Roe. Um, your friend, um,
Now,
Dalvet,
I
was not
cannot
there.
remember when I left the Relictus. Did which person was it that helped us or helped
Uh,
Malador?
Dalvet, the auctioneer.
Okay.
Dalvet.
There was another person with him though. It was
Um,
him and it was the chick
no, no,
that
Roe didn't help you.
no. I know it was him, and then it was another person with him that also was talking about how they knew that Garrison was my friend and they were gonna help.
I know it wasn't
Along the
Zalkar.
line.
I know it wasn't Zalkar because that was the job foreman. It was a female.
I cannot remember. It was somebody though. I remember that it was him and another girl. Another person because they started talking to me as Malador was leaving with the box.
It was the guard captain,
Okay.
the Evavro.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay. Is he? Do I notice him around?
that's a she.
Yeah, it was a girl. See, I
Yeah,
got memory.
yeah. You
Do
well,
I know?
the gender you got right. I just needed, yeah, the guard captain, because they were up by the gates as you were
Right.
exiting. Dalvet was down doing the auction. And then Avavro, Elf Cleaver, was up by the gates. No,
Right.
you don't see either of them.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna
You don't.
try something funky.
Yeah, you do not see either of them. I do have to pull up something else though, just so that I remember, because there's so much shit that we have done already, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the lore correct. Yes, Jerem.
Yeah.
Jerem is the one that you guys found.
Dead. Yes.
Yeah, hung up.
And fuck, what's it called?
Yep,
It
that's
started
again
with.
the city,
Let's see. It,
or
it
not
doesn't
the
really
not the
matter now
city. It
because
was a
it's
little
burnt to
town.
the ground.
Yep, that
It
is very
started with an
true.
O.
Oh, opium,
Opium. Yeah.
opium, which does not mean opiates, by the way, for
Right.
anyone
Right.
who's listening. That does not mean opiates.
So
But yes.
I want to
So,
try something.
all right. Well, here.
Can Malador Iceman slide using his fire down into the pit?
Um.
Like conjure his fire into his feet and kind of push the flames out and slide down straight to the pit.
You try and like firestorm style.
Yes.
Okay.
A,
Just
mi- a
keep it.
mix of Firestorm and Iceman
Just
type.
keep in mind you don't have your horse with you,
Right.
so
That was my next thing. I
like,
wanted to
yeah.
see if I could fire conjure the horse.
Not yet. Remember, I told you there was a
Right.
reason.
Right.
The one that you got was simply because the transformation happened. So it's not really the correct horse.
Right.
And with the horse, like mounting it, you can be at full power at the moment. Without the horse, it's little limited.
Right.
I mean, you can try. I'm not saying no. I mean,
Let me roll a
it's
perception check to see if there's anything around that kind of leads to a way that would go down.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Ro and Vera are like Ro is doing her arms crossed, strong woman weapon on the back, just boring at you, going, what's he gonna do? And Vera's, I mean, he had you in his room
Right.
and was like basically killing Garrison without even being there. So they're both just kind of waiting to see what you're gonna do.
Okay.
But yeah, you can make a roll.
Yeah. That's not a good roll. 6 plus. That's a 10.
I mean, looking around, I mean, like, how do you get on the edge and like bend over to
Yeah,
look
I'm gonna
down? Like,
kind of
where?
just lean over and look around.
Okay. What is your
It's garbage. It's a 14. That's my passive perception.
and your dex is 13?
Yes.
Okay, I mean that's all right. So, given that they dug a huge canyon here, the dirt isn't really loose. They would have made sure that it was capable of holding at least people, not to mention big machinery.
I have other
So as you get closer to the edge, it does give way to like the side of your foot a little bit, which would immediately make you kind of nervous, being that you're 500 feet off the ground or like up, and there's a 500-foot drop that goes straight down. But it doesn't give way to the point where you fall, and you're able to kind of like bend over the edge a little bit. And what you do see is on the far left corner where you're all standing is a ladder, like a literal ladder, flat
Mhm.
against the side that goes all the way down. I don't know if you've ever climbed a ladder before.
Yeah, I've climbed the ladder.
Okay.
Okay.
Climbing a ladder to get to the roof of a house, 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is 500 feet down.
Right. I'm
But
gonna
yes,
take the
that
ladder. I
okay.
think that's probably the best. Okay, before I take the ladder, how sturdy does this ladder look? Does it look like it's about to fucking break and die?
With that perception roll, dealer's choice.
We'll go for it. Yeah, we'll go for the
Yeah.
ladder.
I mean, it doesn't really matter how sturdy it looks. You never really know until you do it.
Right.
So you get a choice. This would be, yeah. Go with athletics
Hell yeah.
because you get advantage on it.
That's not a good roll. And that is a good roll. 24.
Okay, so this is going to be a couple
Okay,
of
that's fine.
rolls.
It's a good thing I have advantage on athletics.
Because yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be doing a couple of rolls here, and I've got to make sure that my math is mathing. So you go 30 feet. So every 30 feet, I need a roll.
Okay.
Not to make this way too.
Natural 20. So
That'll
55.
take the place of 2. Well, actually, no. So you'd be using both of your actions to move. So we're gonna say 60 feet per.
Okay.
So you went 60, 120 with a natural 20, man. It's kind of like you were friggin' just dancing down the ladder, almost as if you just held onto the sides and let your feet
Yeah.
go just to show off and slid down 60 feet and then found your footing again. So roll again.
Okay. Okay, that's a 15. Let's see if I get higher. 17.
Okay, yep. Once again, so you're at 180. Just keep
Okay.
it going.
It's a 10. That's an 11.
Ooh,
It's still
okay.
a 16.
Still a 16. Okay, so you do still a 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it like you don't stumble, it kind of feels like you're going to, but you manage to catch and keep going. So that's about halfway there. I don't want to do this all night, so one more roll.
Okay. Ooh. That's gonna be a 14.
That's going to be a 14. Okay. So we'll say that you get probably like within 20 feet of being on the ground,
That's okay. I'll
and
take a 20-foot fall.
you're so just like elated that you made it all the way down without falling, knowing that if you had let go, that would have been it.
Yeah.
But you make it to that 20-foot mark and you're like, oh, almost there. And then your feet lose their footing. One of the steps on the ladder break beneath your weight right at the bottom, and you're gonna fall flat on your back on a 20-foot drop. So let me
That's
roll
okay.
that for you. Where is my 6 die? Roll. That's 1. Okay, so 5 points of damage.
Oh, that's fucking light work.
There you go.
I'll take that 5 damage over death.
All right. So remembering what Relictus looked like, how it was very like well
Sandy.
organized and well built, and well, yeah, Sandy, of course, but like well organized and well built,
Yeah.
and you had the dorms on one side, and you had the chow hall, and you had that big, like sandy, windy path that was built to easily get down, and then the same ladder that you went down is where the lift would have been,
Right.
but nothing is here.
Yeah,
And
because it hasn't been built yet.
yeah, and recalling what Relictus looked like is over on this side would be like where the auctioneer stage was, and where all of the sales went on, and then you just kind of start imagining and picturing Relictus, and it doesn't exactly appear just in your mind, like, okay,
Yeah.
over there is where the workers were, and the stack of lumber was here, and the stack of steel was here, and the weird dorm was over there, and the jail that Garrison was in was over there, and you just
Mhm.
kind of start pointing everything out, but it is just a wide open, like it is just a wide open 3-mile stretch of nothing. And there what kind of appears to be centralized is a tiny figure. Tiny because they're so far away.
Yep.
So if you can picture when you looked down at this, I mean, it kind of looked like just a speck. Now that you're down on the ground, you can tell that it's a figure. It's no longer just a tiny speck like you're up in an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that it's a figure and that it hasn't moved.
Right. I'm gonna take out my Barrett 50 cal and quickscope him.
You want
Okay.
it? Yeah, you're Barrett 50 cal. Nice.
Okay. Or I'm gonna start headed that way to the figure.
All right. Barrett 50 cal.
That would be an
Okay.
interesting homebrew.
That would be an interesting homebrew. They do actually have I think Gunslinger
Oh
as
yeah.
a
Yep.
rogue
It's a
where you
rogue.
can
It's a rogue archetype. I've
yeah,
played one before.
you can actually use guns, but the way that
You got to
normally
use drip
works,
points, and yeah, I
yeah.
I know all about it.
Well, no, the way that normally works is like if I was the DM and you chose that, I would force you to build your own.
Right.
And then we'd go into like, well, if you roll a natural one, then it backfires and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Um, so they're really
I'm
fun to
gonna
play
keep that.
actually.
I'm gonna keep that in mind for next campaign. I
Yeah,
might actually do that.
they're really fun to play
They are
because
fun to play.
there's a whole lot you can do. And then once you've successfully created that wave, if we continue to play in this world, then I can have it continue on to the next one. And your next character is looking around at all of these guns and hearing the name of the person who first created them, and it just adds to the fluff. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, so yes, you head toward what you are going to notice down here, which is kind of unusual, being that it's a rectangular bowl that's so wide and vast and open. Is
Mhm.
not a whole lot of wind gets down here.
Right.
Obviously, easily breathable because it's not sealed,
Right.
but it's not like when you were in Relictus and there were buildings around and stuff for the air to bump off of. It was windy at times, and then it was
Mhm.
dead at other times, and then it like the sun would bear down at other times because you're in the desert. But for whatever reason, this empty hole, there's not really a lot of wind down here. Um, and the temperature isn't as like skin baking.
Mhm.
Even though you're resistant, that doesn't matter. It's
Right.
not as because you're not resistant to the sun. You're resistant to the damage.
Right.
So you can still feel the sun, but it's not as like skin scorching
Right.
as you would think it would be. Because it's bright and sunshiny. There's no clouds, and it's just a hole of sand, and sand radiates the heat. It's, it's not really strange. It's more like okay,
Malador's used to this magic bullshit.
but it doesn't really feel magical. It just
Okay.
feels unnatural for some reason.
Right. Okay.
So you head up to the figure. It does take you a little bit to get up there, but every step that you take, the figure gets bigger and bigger
Mhm.
in your view until it appears to be an individual sitting down cross-legged with their arms behind their back, hunched over a little bit, looking straight down at the ground. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Natural one. I'm not getting fucking shit.
Okay.
It would be a 5.
Okay. So as you
Oh
approach,
wait, I have percent. Actually, I have advantage. I forgot.
yes, you do.
It's okay. That's better. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a 16. Better.
16. Okay. How would Malador be approaching? How would he be feeling? Do a little description for me. It's just you, so I need you to be.
Malador in the moment is very, very eager to see this person, and he is not happy at all with what's going to happen, and he is wanting to understand why his father has done all of these horrible things, and is now just a sudden changing heart. It just doesn't make sense to him. He he wants answers. He wants to understand it all. He wants to know why he's been captured now and why he is still not working with these horrible people that Malador used to work for. So as he's approaching, he's pulling out that gold sword that he got.
Yeah.
And when he approaches, he's gonna tip his head up with the sword for him to face him.
Okay, gotcha. So you're putting the blade like down under the chin to lift up?
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 minute here, because I know I put a picture of your father somewhere. I'm trying to remember which. Yeah, I did. I put it in. I'm trying to remember which folder I put it in.
Character art, I know that. Hold on, I'll scroll up and find it.
I don't think I put it in character art because I was trying to keep it private between you and
No,
I.
I bet you it's in our DMs.
It's either, well, you check the DMs, I'm checking the channel.
Alright, I'm gonna find your thingy. There it is.
Because I know you had a question about it saying that he should be a red tiefling, and I reminded you that tieflings can appear to be more human than. Oh, yep, I found it.
Oh, you found it? Cool. Can you send that to me again? It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yep, I will. There you go.
Okay, yeah, I do remember. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because I had sent that to. Actually, you know what? Let me share my screen for people. Because I had sent this to you, and you asked me why he wasn't red, and I told you that tieflings, regardless of color, can appear more human than tiefling.
Right.
So this is Antolon. And as you put the blade underneath the chin, are you aggressively lifting or are you gently lifting?
Probably about medium.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
He wants him to feel the blade tension.
Okay,
on his
I gotcha.
on his chin.
Give me a dex check, please.
I have it. Wait, would I be able to see this coming?
No, just give me just
because I get advantage. That's why I'm asking.
Just give me a dex check.
Okay. That would be 9. That'd be a 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
the reason that I had
on
you
dex against effects.
Yes,
that you
but
can
this
see
isn't.
now, not blinded.
But this isn't an effect.
Right.
What this was you told me mid because you wanted him to feel the pinch, and I needed to see if you were going to cut.
Right. Okay.
Or
Makes
poke.
sense. Yeah, I got it.
Which you would with that roll. So you'd go in as kind of like a mid-aggressive, trying to lift it up just to make a point, hoping that maybe the tip would scrape the Adam's apple on the way up, and you nick it a little bit. And as the head starts to lift, and the chin goes and the eyes meet you and the chin raises up, you can see the blood trickling down from the Adam's apple where the tip
He's gonna smile.
nicked. What you see instead of the smile that you are expecting is a like dirty, beaten, broken, defenseless, just this does not look like your dad at all. He surrendered. That's what this is. Like when you lift it up, you're expecting a smile. You're expecting that like deviant.
Yeah,
I
that
knew you.
deviant
I knew
grin.
you. I knew you'd come for me, my boy, kind of smile, but not that. When you lift his face up, it is a surrendered gaze until his eyes meet yours, and then it's just a ever so slight smile. It's not showing the teeth. It's not the one you were expecting. It is an ever so slight, just like arc up on the right side. Huh. You came for me.
Came to kill you.
Yeah. And I mean, he like as your blade is on his chin, he's kind of like pushing against it a little bit, having the tip go right there between the Adam's apple and the back of his chin. And he kind of looks down a little bit as that pressure gets on it. I guess if anyone deserves to, it's you. You look
Why do
good.
you say that?
I mean, we all know what happened. Let's not
Yeah.
try to pretend we don't. You're angry. I know that. It's kind of poetic in a way.
Explain
That
yourself.
it's not my enemies that take me down. It's my boy. You look good,
Yeah.
considering.
Yeah. Well, have a little couple more things that's happened to me now. At least it wasn't because of you.
Well, I'm curious.
Yeah. He kind of he brings his hand out and sets it on fire.
Yeah, now you see that like teeth grin, shit-eaten grin smile that you were looking for as it just opens right up. As he's handcuffed. That's a new trick.
Yeah. So, let's get down to business. I want you to explain everything from the fucking beginning. Then maybe I'll spare your life.
What do you want to know?
I want to know why you fucking had all those animals in that goddamn forsaken warehouse. I want to know why you killed every single one of my brother's people. I want to know why every single fucking night I close my eyes and I see your damn face.
He just kind of closes his eyes and takes a breath. I'm sorry.
That's it? And I'm sorry? That's all you have to say?
It's all I have left.
Okay.
You thought growing up that I was a big name, top dog, in charge. The truth is, I never was.
Then
I
what
even
were you?
I even thought that I was. I was a puppet for a much, much more powerful, psychotic individual. Everything that I did, that I was paid very well to do. One of them accidentally infecting my only son. Was never fully in my control. The Brotherhood, man. I formed that group to try and break my contract. And then they turned on me.
I've seen.
After I accidentally affected you when you left, there was no longer an heir to my throne, so to speak. Throne. After I was contracted to murder your brother's kin. That was never even what I wanted to do. I was paid a handsome sum to do it. And I used that money to form the Brotherhood, to finally fully form it, and to train them to try and take down the one responsible for everything that's been happening. All this enchantment and coast, I was always against that shit. You know that.
I do.
It's gotten away from me. I don't deny what I did. Everything that I did was wrong. I don't deny that. I take full blame for all of it. I just need you to know I wasn't the one pulling the strings. And you take that however you want to take that.
Who was the one pulling the strings then?
That, my boy, is the million gold question. I don't know. I was never able to find out. I got close. Some of my men got close. They were killed. I was captured. Did you happen to see my tower?
Yeah, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. No rubble on the ground, right?
No. Gone in a blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm. And these enchantments, it's just a curtain, son.
Curtain for what? You're leaving shit out.
Coast City is not as vast and grand and beautiful as it was when you left.
Yeah,
And these
I've seen.
enchantments, well, you haven't. These enchantments, you're seeing it as it once was, not what it is now. I don't know who's doing this. I know my time as a leader, if that's what I ever was, is over. And I also know I am never going to leave this hole alive. Which brings me back to my first thing. If anyone deserves to take me out, it's you. And if I get to choose who takes me out, it's you.
I have another question.
Another, huh? Go ahead.
What gives you the right to regret all of these things and want better?
The regret is that I never wanted better. I just wanted what was happening gone. My regret is you.
Malador stands there for a minute. He's full of emotions. He cannot handle what is happening and he doesn't know what to do. As he looks at him, gives him one look over, and he puts his blade down.
Okay. All right. As soon as you put the blade down, you're going to see a change in the look from kind of like basically what you're doing is you're looking at the face of a man who has accepted his fate. So he's calm, he's cool, he's collected, and he's just kind of waiting for that final blow. And the moment you put your sword down, that face goes away to a more like concerned.
Now, I've had a lot of time and a lot of people around me. It's made me change the look I see of people. And I've learned that the greatest thing a man can have is redemption. And I believe that what is happening here, what you're saying that could or could not be true, it should be stopped. It should be changed. It should be the way it should have been. And it needs somebody that knows information and knows what is happening. I believe that with my friends that I've met along the way and the friends I'm still friends with today, that more people means more chance.
So you'll unshackle me then. You'll help me.
Malador's
Father and son
Malador's
together
as
again.
soon as he says that, Malador's head ignites and he goes full Ghost Rider form.
He doesn't even blink.
And he grabs the shackle,
Well,
going to melt it.
yeah, it's behind him.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's do this. You know what? Fuck it. Make an attack roll.
Okay. What kind of attack roll? Like, anything special? Any add-ons? Any?
I'd say this would be. Go with the Hellfire Chain. Or even an unarmed strike. It's just rolling to hit.
Okay. That's a 19 on the die.
Okay, so that's definitely going to do it. And what did we say that your fire damage was?
It's 1d6 for now. Wait, let me read it. It's right here. Yeah, it's, hold on. $1d4, sorry.
1d4.
Wait, no, that doesn't seem right, because I thought it... I'm almost positive it was a 1d6. Hold on.
Where is it at? Features and traits?
Yeah, I'm looking in features and traits now.
Where is it? Because we went over this before. No, your sneak attack.
I never can remember.
Yeah, bite is something that was in there. Where is it?
Fiery weapons. Oh, hold on. My Hellfire Chain. Here we go. 1d8 is my Hellfire Chain. Plus 1d8 plus 2 is my damage. That's
Okay.
my Hellfire Chain.
Okay, so you're gonna roll the 1d8 plus 2, and you're gonna add your proficiency modifier.
Which would be
3.
Okay. Is this my d8? Yes, it is.
So 1d8 plus 5.
6. 11.
All right. So
Wait. Yeah, 11.
all right. Yeah, 1d8 plus 5. So you ignite, and even when you ignite, you don't get the reaction that you were expecting. But then again, this is your dad. He just continues to sit there and just smiles in just amazement. And you can tell he's impressed, which isn't easy to do with him. And as you walk around to the back, you go to grab for the shackles to try and melt them. and what comes out of your right hand is a spectral fire whip. But it's not an elastic whip. It's chain link,
Yeah.
and it's about 3 feet long. So as you lunge your hands forward, your right hand, this chain comes out and wraps around the shackles, and they from all
Damn.
the heat just
That's
wraps around
cool.
and it goes and it breaks. And then the chain whip goes back into your hand. So you now have your chain whip.
Very cool.
And
So,
he separates his hands and stands up. And he's slightly taller than you and not as not as strong as he once looked. You can tell that he's definitely been captured for quite some time. He's leaner. A lot of the muscle density is gone. He looks malnourished, but he does manage to stand on his own 2 feet and turns around to face you. And are you still ignited?
yeah, he's Ghost Rider. He's full Ghost Rider form.
Okay. Much to your surprise, as he turns around,
No shot.
he puts a hand on one on each side of your face and just holds you there. And then while you're still on fire, he wraps his arms around you for a hug while you're still on fire. Like no fucks given.
I don't do any. Do I do damage?
Not to him. Nope.
Damn, that's cool.
Nope.
Malador. He's very hesitant, but he hugs him back.
All right.
Well,
So,
plans.
and he lets go of he doesn't really let go. He just kind of like stops the hug, and now he has a hand on each one of your shoulders. He kind of pats it a couple of times and then turns around and looks behind him. And as your eyes meet where his eyes are going, Vare and Ro are gone.
Hmm.
And then he just kind of looks back at you and he lowers his arms down. And you see him put his hands like this. He lowers them and closes his eyes. Take my hand.
What are you gonna do?
Take my hand.
He does it.
Okay. And as soon as you take his hand, he wraps his fingers. Like basically, you go to reach his hand, and as you're reaching, he moves his a little further in and he grabs your wrist, which instinctively makes your fingers wrap his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And you pop. You teleport.
Yo.
So I need to actually roll something, which I'm going to do right here. You know what? I want you to do this. I
Okay.
want you to go on, roll it on D&D
Yep. I'm
Beyond,
already here.
pull open the 100 die,
Yep.
and roll it. Because teleport's always fun.
A 3.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay. Now, this isn't the natural 1 and natural 20 scale.
Yeah. It's a
But
percentage die. That's what it is.
no,
I.
not necessarily a percentage die. The way teleporting works in my view is every number, kind of like the traveling. Every
Mhm.
number has a specific thing, but it's not like it's not like 100 options. It's like
Okay.
1 through whatever is this, and this through that is that. So let me
Okay.
let me see what I put down for 3.
I'm gonna think positive. I think That we're gonna die.
You're gonna think positive. You think you're gonna die. All right. Okay, so in what feels like seconds, maybe minutes, maybe hours, you really have no interpretation of time at this point. What you do know is you made contact with your father, and then everything just went white.
Right.
Which at this point, Malador is very used to everything around him just going white out of the
Yeah,
blue
he's
for
used
for
to the
no fucking
fucking
reason.
magic bullshit.
Only this time, you don't lose all of your vision because your father is still there.
Right.
And then the white turns into just like vast space full of stars. And before you're even able to take a breath and kind of take in the moment and really kind of enjoy it because it's stars and it's
Right.
beautiful. It feels like you're lunged backwards and just torn out of the space that you're in as you start moving so quickly in one direction that the stars turn into shooting stars. Everything just kind of stretches,
Hmm.
and you can visually see your father stretching until he's nothing but just like string. And then you both appear. And with your passive perception being
14.
14, you get your breath back, and it feels like you haven't taken a breath in like 10 minutes. Just everything, like your chest hurts, your back hurts, everything is just all of a sudden boom, like
Hmm.
you just shook there for a minute. And just as you get your bearings as to where you are, you look down, and you're both out in the middle of the lake that surrounds Coast City, the very lake that you flew over
Hmm.
in the pirate ship. And you both fall and splash into the water.
Do I get ignited?
Do you
Do
get
I
what?
do I get put out?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You go right into the water. Um,
No, like do the flame? I meant like as the flames. Do the flames get put out?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, you fully submerge in.
Okay.
Um, and within seconds, both you and your father get above the surface and do the hair shake thing. Um,
I feel like they like do the exact same hair shake
yeah,
like
and then
it's
like the
like doubles
hands
like type
folding
shit.
back
We
the
do
hair. Yep,
exactly the same thing.
yep, exactly. And then he's looking around. Well, that worked a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, this is unreal.
Let's save the talking for when we're back on shore. These waters are rather dangerous.
Are they now? Malador's gonna flip to shark form.
And there it is.
I've
You
learned.
know,
I've controlled, learned. Well,
and as much as I regret doing that to you, look how far you've come. Follow me.
agreed. Malador's gonna grab him with his big arm and just start shooting to the shore.
And you have 40 feet of swimming speed. Okay. Yep. And I mean, he starts swimming, trying to lead the way, and then you get right up to him without. I mean, you're 10 more feet, so it's not like instant, but you get up to him pretty quick, grab him with your arm, and just start going. Now, remember, when you're holding, you're at half speed.
Right.
So if you're holding, then that's fine. I'll allow it just for like RP purposes. Just remember, if you're actually holding,
Right.
you're at half speed. Which you wouldn't be. You just kind of put your arm around him and go, just kind of like to
Yeah.
show him that you're faster. Um, and eventually, once again, you get back. You know what? I can't have that. I've got to do something first. I need you to roll me a 20 die.
Okay. Here, you know what? I'm gonna be funny, hoo hoo ha ha, and do it on D&D Beyond. I regret my statement.
Okay. Oh, all right. So as you grab him and you begin to move in shark form, you are able to smell his blood behind him in the water.
Mhm.
And if you can smell it,
Yeah.
so all at
Gotta
once
have an
as you're
underwater shark fight. That's gonna be so cool.
all at once as you're going, you grab him and you start to go and you okay. You kind of dip your head underneath the water to see if anything's coming. And 3 sharks are making their way right to you. So you get one reaction before we go into initiative.
Okay. This is gonna be the coolest fight ever. I'm just saying this right now. Okay.
So this is the kind of shit that you guys would have done had you not taken the pirate ship. If you had taken the pirate ship that didn't fly, or you had chosen to just swim across. So much like the desert, I had all of this planned out. Yep. So you get one.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Reaction.
think of what I can do.
So you got 3 of them coming up on you. Oh, hey now. I get to do something. You get to be my guinea pig.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we get the map.
Mm-hmm. So while you're deciding, I will pull this up. Loading map, thank you.
See, I don't know how a card would work in water.
Okay, so we're going to take you out. We're going to take you out. Remove all of these. What we're going to do to kind of represent the water. Fog, cover all. There we go. That is how we represent the water. So you are here, which I can move this for you.
Okay.
I don't think you can, but you just tell me where you want to go.
I don't know. Let me see if there's like.
Players.
Load, please.
What's up?
I said load, please.
Load, please. God damn it, I have that song stuck in my head. Hey, babe. I still have that damn song stuck in my head. Yeah, that one. Stop. It won't go away.
I do not think I get.
And that's okay. Nope, that is fine. I will.
Because I pulled up the play symbol where it says it doesn't give me any map or anything.
Okay, that's
early
fine.
development.
Yep, early development, and I will. So I'm just gonna have. I'm gonna have an acolyte right here. Be for your dad.
Okay.
So because these squares here are so big, I am gonna have them each represent a 10-foot instead of a 5.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind when you're moving, because I mean, if you get over here, you're off the map. It's a small map, so.
Right. So,
Right. And I
how far,
wonder.
according to this map, is
Yep. Oh, I don't know. Look it up. All right, so these would be actually let me check something here and actually yeah, so we're going to go with actually I've got to stop sharing for a second cuz I have to look this up. I need to see which
how far are we from land?
based on the proximity of that map. I mean, you're like right out in the middle. So, what did I say? It took a day to get across.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, even at 80 feet every 6 seconds, it's going to take you a little bit. But of course, you're a shark, so you don't really run out of endurance in the water.
Right.
But it's going to take you a bit. So I'm just letting you know. Shark. What do we got? No, not that one. That one's nope, not that one. We're just gonna do. Let's see. Oh, there we go. What's this one? Okay. Okay, yes, that one is fine. That's what I wanted. All right, good. I wanted to make sure. Oh, what in the hell? Really? Why are these? Oh, that's why. Okay. So we're actually going to do this. So one of these sharks is actually a lot bigger than the other two. Okay. Okay. Well, yep. Let me reshare here. Have you decided what you want to do as your
Gonna.
one reaction that you get?
How far are the sharks? Let me see.
I mean, you get pretty much one
Mhm.
reaction. They're going to be up on you. So you've got one that is considered large and two that are considered medium. So this is the size difference between the sharks. You got one big fucker and two small ones.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my cards, shuffle for an ice card,
Okay.
and throw it slightly behind me, hoping to create a platform.
Okay, like hoping to create a wall,
A platform. A standing platform.
a standing platform. Got you. Okay. All right. Now let's. Okay. So let me do this. Boop 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 boop.
Good
31.
roll.
Let me see what that is on my list. Okay. All right. So you shuffle through, hoping to find an ice card, anything that you can freeze behind you to make a platform. As the card releases, it goes about 5 feet behind you, and then, and instead of ice, what ends up forming is just is
A boat. That'd be
it's
sweet.
it's really weird to see this. It is like a floating raft of just dirt.
We'll take it.
Um, as it goes, you can see it wobble, which immediately tells you that it's not very stable. And of course, it's dirt, so it's not going to last forever. But it
Right.
is something for you to stand on. Your father is also not a shark, so I have to keep underwater in mind for him.
Yeah, that was my plan, is I'm gonna put him on there. And then I'll fight.
Oh, okay. You were gonna put him on the surface. All right. So, yeah. Yeah. So, in proximity of where you were underneath the water, as these things are approaching, you make the platform. If he stands on it, his face will be above the water. His
Right.
face will be above the water.
Okay.
Nothing else. So yeah, he does take it at he takes his reaction to your reaction and goes over and stands on the platform.
Okay.
So let's do initiative, sir. So I'm actually going to put him right here.
That's 11.
Okay. Got it. And actually, oh yeah, I mean the initiative order does count. It's Jake from State Farm. Hey, what's up, man? All right. Gotcha. So easy. Who the fuck is that? That better not be work. I ain't coming in. Don't call me. Okay, let me roll their initiative. You said you got 11?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we're gonna do this, and yep, I'm sharing my screen on all this shit. So we've got Malador, we got Antolon, Big Shark, Little Shark.
Now, when
One.
we're talking big shark, like, are we talking like megalodon shark type shit, or like?
No. Oh, give me a minute. Let me actually see what this says. Okay, yeah, 15 to 20 feet long. So it's a fully grown hunter shark. It's
Okay.
actually like a real kind of shark.
Okay, that's not that
So,
bad then. I was thinking like, oh shit, I'm about to fucking face Jaws type shit.
no. And the reef sharks are much, much smaller. I have to pull those up too. The reef shark. How big are you guys? 6 to 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But there's a noticeable difference is
Right.
kind of what I was trying to get at. All right, so share the screen again. I actually kind of like this. This is a
I
good
do
test to
like this.
make
I
sure this
like
is
the
going to
map.
work.
I think
Yeah.
it'll help us visualize things so much better.
Yeah. So remember, each one of these squares is 10
It's 10
feet.
feet. Yeah.
So if you have 30, then you can go, here and whatever. Just remember, they also get, if once you enter their attack range, they get attacks of opportunity, and if they leave yours, you get attacks of opportunity. So we have to remember
Right.
that. It's gonna be way easier to remember it like this
Yeah.
than it ever
Yeah, it
was
would.
before.
It would be pretty difficult to do without maps.
Oh my god, man! It's been, I'm lazy, but it's been a pain in the ass. So I'm good with the map now. All right, so let's roll for Mr. Antolon. Oh, buddy, damn. Okay.
You rolled a 5. Oh no.
He rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's exhausted. He's been through some shit.
He's been through a lot of shit. Okay. Jesus H. Christ. Okay. So they're all gonna go first.
That's okay.
All right. So we're going to. No, I don't need it bigger. I need it smaller, and I need it over here. Okay. So that's the big shark. So this big shark is going to hold its action. Yes, it is. Okay. Then this little guy right here, 10, 20, is going to swim right up to you. Roll to hit.
This is where my high armor class is gonna help.
Oh, that is a Natural 1. So
Yeah,
that's
no.
was a bite attack. Tail whip. That's a natural 20. Okay.
Okay.
So that's Jesus Christ. All right. So that is 12 points of slashing damage,
Okay. Reaction, Hellish Rebuke.
which is what again?
I'll tell you here in a second after I deal my damage.
Point your finger at the creature that damaged you in a moment. Blah blah. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw, which is your, let's see, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so your dex save is 12. Yeah, all right, so let's see. That is a fail. Roll your damage.
What is my damage?
It's 2d10
2d10. Ooh,
on a
good.
successful.
D10s. Where are they? That's a D12. There's my D10. 7. And that bounced right out of my dice onto my... There we go. 8.
8 damage?
15. 15 damage.
15. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. So it comes over and it tries to bite you and misses, and on its way by, it whips you with its tail. Hits you for the 12 because it rolled a natural 20. It only rolls a die of 6 for damage, but I maxed out on it.
Yeah.
And then with your Hellish Rebuke, you point your finger at it as it goes by, and actually, I think Hellish Rebuke isn't it cold, or is it?
It's fire.
No, it's fire. Yep. So you point at it, and oddly enough, even underwater, it bursts into flames a little bit, and just kind of smokes off the back of its tail for 15 damage, and it is looking hurt. Within that smoke, you can also see charred scales and some of its blood starting to trickle into the water. Which, sir, I need a con save
Oh no.
from you.
Oh, I'm chilling. That's a 19 on the die.
Okay, so you are able to fight the temptation to aggressively eat it. All right, so that was just your reaction. Now, that is the end of that one's turn. So the big guy held its action. This guy went. And now it is your turn.
Okay.
So this guy is now.
I get a reaction if he goes out.
Well, no.
I get a
I'm trying to, because he came over here and he attacked, but on his way by, yeah. So he'd be over here.
Is he out of? Did he?
No, he
go
didn't
out
leave.
of my? Okay.
Nope, he just swam by you.
Okay. Bonus action, raging.
Yeah, do it.
And on a rage, I heal something now. I believe it's. I heal
Bonus
now
action.
when I get rage.
Rage. You gain advantage.
I think it's in my
Features and traits.
Yeah, I think it's a hell thing.
Rage.
I'm
Primal
almost
knowledge.
positive I heal when I rage now.
When you rage, your flesh burns and you transform into a hellish skeletal being of fire. Yeah, so as you're raging, you burst. So while you're in combat, you have to rage in order to use any of your hellfire shit.
Right.
In order to use any of that, you have to be raging. So if you lose your rage, you lose that too.
Yeah.
That's in combat. Out of combat, I really don't care. I'm just
Right,
letting you know.
right.
So you got to click one of the rages. So as soon as you rage, you go.
Sure, it said something about I heal when I rage.
Ghost Rider.
I'm almost
When you
positive.
rage.
When raging, you have resistance, and you heal. You heal by 1d8.
Where are you seeing that?
It's Hellish Constitution. When raging, you have resistance to every blah 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 blah. Till your rage ends, you also heal by 1d8 plus your Constitution modifier upon raging.
Hellish, but yeah, but where is that?
It's in actions.
Actions.
Go all the way down to the bottom.
Yep, got it. You have resistance to all damage except radiant, which you are vulnerable, and immunity to fire, poison, and disease. If you're affected by poison or disease when you rage, those effects are suspended until your rage ends. You also heal a dire 8 plus your con modifier, which is 2. Upon raging, healing increases to 2d. Okay,
Yes!
so actually, you heal by 3d8, sir.
What the fuck?
You're at 5th level. You're at 6th level. Read that.
Oh my god, that's nasty!
At 5th level, 3d8 plus your con.
Oh my god. So I got a crit, so 8. Okay, so it's a 9. 16. What, plus 2 you said?
What was the crit?
I just got full health on one roll.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I
3d8.
rolled an 8, a 1, and a 7.
Yeah, it's 3d8 plus your con mod, so it's plus 2.
So I regained 19.
Yeah. And you only lost like 4, 5. So you're way beyond full health.
Yeah.
All right, so bonus action rage, you did your healing. What else would you like to do?
And now I'm going to okay, let me look. I'm going oh fuck, I can't decide.
And by the way, for anyone still listening at this point in time, this has been brought to you by Adam and Eve's Butt Plugs, which I have not been talking about our unofficial sponsor. I noticed that actually in the last playthrough, the last episode 31, I didn't say it once, which isn't good. So, but yes, the sharks are your Adam and Eve's butt plugs. You're gonna bite. Okay. Yes, the sharks are your Adam and Eve's butt plugs. And you're biting the shark next to you?
Yeah. 16 to hit.
16 to hit. Give me 1 second. Yes, that definitely hits.
1d10. And since I'm on fire, I can include my fire damage, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Because even underwater, the reason that you went out is you weren't raging.
Right.
You see the difference?
Yes.
You were just normally, you put it on to kind of show off.
Yeah.
You hit the water, you went out. The moment you started raging, magic negates normal nature.
So my fire damage is you said it was a d6, right?
Your fire damage? Because that is under features and traits, I believe. Are you using, okay, you're using your bite.
Yes.
Yes, 1d6.
Okay. There's my d10, 5, and that didn't go in the thing. There we go. 7 damage.
All right. Okay, gotcha. Yep, so you did your 1d10 plus 2, and then your die of 6.
Oh, wait. I have plus 2? Oops. So it's,
Yep, look on your bite on your sheet. You got
so
1d...
I did 9 damage.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And that was to this guy right here. Okay, yeah. So you rage and burst into flame again. You feel the pain that you felt from the fall go away, just instantly go away.
Yeah.
The moment you burst into flame, like just if you had a scratch, you'd look down in it and it would just heal like Wolverine.
It's pretty sick.
And then you look at the shark that swam by and you bite it right in half. And it just splits down the center and the two halves float away. And all that blood just pours out into the water. So that one is gone.
Bring the next one!
All right, which as this guy was holding his action, so I've got to get rid of that one. And this guy is going to swim down right there.
He came in my thing. I get a opportunity, right?
You you used your reaction for Hellish Rebuke. You only get one.
I'm pretty sure opportunity attack and reaction is a completely different thing.
Opportunity attack is if they leave, not if they come in.
Oh, I thought you said at the beginning if they enter
Yeah.
or leave.
Nope. Opportunity. Okay. Well, no, opportunity. The enter is if you entered theirs and left, or if they enter yours and left. Leave.
Okay, got it.
That's where your Hellish Rebuke is a reaction. You get it once per round. So this guy is going.
Once per round, so that means if I get hit again, I can already do it again.
Yeah, I mean it's a small group.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it's a small group. It is a small group you've got here. So there's only 5 of you. So that means all 5 of you go one time. When it gets back to you, you have your reaction again. Yeah. It's worse when it's a bigger group.
Yeah.
Because then it takes forever to get it back. But yeah. All right, so he is gonna roll to hit. Yep. And yep, he's making 2 bite attacks against you.
Okay.
Which that is the first one. Actually, I've got to go back into here. And I have to stop sharing because I can't let you see this shit.
Of course, of course.
You know, shit and stuff. Okay, so the first one is 13 points of piercing damage, which I believe is reduced to half because you're raging. So that would be
also
6.
reduced because I have whatchamacallit already. But I'll take the I'll take this. What is it? 6 you said?
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, remember that doesn't
I
compound.
remember.
It doesn't compound. You get resistance to piercing whether you're raging or not, but it does not compound.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one that does is fire. Yeah, the only one that does for you is fire because that's a
Okay,
natural.
yeah. Makes
Because
sense.
that's a natural ability and a resistance at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's the only one that gets both. Okay, so that was reduced to 6, and then the second attack hit as well, and that is another 13, so another 6.
I'll take it. That's fine. I'm alright.
12.
I'm okay.
Share, go back here. All right, and then, yep, so that was its turn. That was its reaction.
And to be 100% right. I can't do my reaction yet, right?
No.
Got it.
Not yet. Not till it comes back to your turn. So he just took his held action. Now it is this guy's turn. And they are going to swim down here to try and take a bite out of your father. So this is a bite attack and a tail whip. Oh dear God. So that's a natural 20.
Jesus.
All right. So that is 10 damage on the bite. And that's a success there. And that's 10 damage on the tail whip. So he takes 20. So the shark swims down as you're distracted by the big one and bites into your father's left leg right above his knee. And as he's biting him, whips around with the tail and hits him in the back. And your father loses his footing and starts just floating into the space of the water.
Okay.
And basically bumps into you. All right. So that's that. And now it is actually your father's turn, who is going to Hellish Rebuke. So that's another Dex save. So that's 8 proficiency in Dex mod.
I'm interested. What class is he?
That's a conversation for when you guys are actually having a
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a definite failure on the Hellish Rebuke. So let me actually see something here. Okay, so
Surprised
that.
they're not good at Dex.
What's up?
I'm surprised the Sharks aren't very good at Dex.
Well, it's the save they had to make, and it's my rolls.
Fair enough.
Say when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher. Okay, so you have to cast it as a spell slot, but you can do that as a reaction.
It's actually a cantrip, I believe.
Okay. All right, so 2nd level or higher. Second, third. Okay, so he's going to do the 2d10, and he's going to cast it at 4th level and make it 5d10.
Holy shit! Still not as
Okay,
much as what Malador
which
did.
he does 43 points
Oh
of fire damage
God! Holy shit!
and completely cooks this little shark. So he's floating into you and kind of bumps, and right as he bumps into you, like with his chest, bumps into you because he kind of got tripped and whipped. He bumps, and with this shark on his leg, he points its finger down at it and just cooks it from the inside out. It bursts into flames until it's crusty, and then it just floats away.
Move. Nice.
That'll teach you, you little bastard. Oh God, that bite hurt. And yes, he is speaking underwater. Okay, it is.
Top of the round. My turn, right?
No, top of the round's the big shark.
Oh, yeah. What? Big Shark. Big Shark got
Big
a
shark.
15, right?
Big shark got an 18, sir.
Oh, 18.
See?
I'm not scared of this big shark.
All right, so he is going to do. Yeah, so this guy's gone. He got fucking cooked. So he'll do 2 bite attacks against you again. All right, 1 success and 1 fail. Okay, so that's 14 points of piercing damage reduced to 7 because you're
That's
raging.
okay. Oh, my mouse needs to be plugged back in. This mouse is starting to be on its last foot.
How dare your mouse? All right, and it is.
Oh God, I did not mean to take a screenshot of that. Okay. You said
Good
7?
job. It is your go. Yep, 7 points of piercing damage, and it is
Okay.
your go.
Let's see. He's okay. So, I'm gonna use my. I gotta fucking read how to do it. If I can be on the right thing.
What are you looking at?
I'm gonna use my chain.
Okay.
If I can find it.
3rd level, you have your Hellfire chain is right under attack.
Yeah, I found it. Yep.
3rd level, you have
So,
access to Ghost Rider. This chain counts as a martial weapon. 10-foot reach, does 2 dice of 6 bludgeoning damage plus your strength modifier, which is 2. Bound to you and cannot be removed. Use action to attempt the grapple target. Strength. Okay. Upon a successful grapple, you can also deal 2 dice of 6 plus your Hellfire damage.
yeah. I'm gonna
And the
do the
target.
grapple.
On subsequent turns, the target can repeat the saving throw. If it fails, you can use your action to deal 4 dice 6 plus bludgeoning damage plus 2 dice 6 fire. Yep, so your Hellfire damage is the 2d6 down here.
Yeah. I knew I remembered 2d6 somewhere.
Yep. So
Yeah,
it's right there.
I'm gonna go for the Hellfire chain grapple.
Okay. But 2d6 is with your Hellfire chain.
Yeah.
Just like you is 1.
Yeah,
for now.
I knew 2d6 was somewhere.
Yeah. For now, it's 1. That'll go up.
Yeah,
when
it
you
goes up when
start
I get
getting
leveled.
when you get insane. But yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
I don't think it's a roll to hit.
Let's see.
It's a strength 13th save.
That's for the grapple.
Yeah, I am doing the grapple.
You do have to roll to hit though. It's a weapon.
Okay.
You have to roll to hit. If you succeed on the
Well,
hit,
that's a natural 20, buddy. So.
okay. So then I have to beat a strength 13 in order to resist the grapple, which no. Okay. So describe how you want this to look.
Malador thrusts his hand towards the big shark, and the chain shoots out of his hand, spinning around the shark and gripping tight, burning the skin as it does.
Okay. So as you thrust your hand out and it shoots out of the palm of your hand, you grab onto the end of it, but the chain continues to grow. You're willing the length of this chain to stretch as it just wraps around the center torso and then tightens up.
My
And
damage
the shark is grappled. So you have rolled 2 dice of 6. Rolled 2 dice of 6 and add your strength mod, which is 2.
That's a 6. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. So 10.
Okay, and then
damage, and then I get
another 2d6 plus 2d6. So 4d6.
A 5. So that's 6. So I said what did I say on the first one? So I have 6 damage.
You said you had 10 on the first one.
So 16. And is that it? It also says I get 1d8 plus 2 for the damage. For bludgeoning damage.
Where does it say that?
In my actual actions. If you look under.
Let me see. Yeah, because on here you get the 2d6 plus your strength. Upon a successful grapple, you deal 2d6 plus your hellfire damage, which that might actually be the 8. Hellfire chain. Where are you?
Scroll all the way up.
All the way up.
See it in my actions? It says 1d8 plus 2 there as well.
It does. 2d6 bludgeoning damage plus your hellfire. So that doesn't even make any. Oh, the 1d8 plus 2, that's your hellfire damage. Yeah, so roll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would end up with 23.
Okay. So how this goes, you roll your 2d6 upon a successful. If they fail the strength save, you do another 2d6 plus your 1d8.
Oh my god! That can
And
be
then,
insane!
And then if they fail again, you get 4d6 plus 2d6.
Oh my god.
So if he were to survive and fail the roll again, you would get 6d6 on the next round.
Oh my god! That's crazy!
That gets insane. You said 23?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely did damage, but it is still alive.
And it's grappled.
And it's grappled. It can attack, it just can't move. And you have advantage on it. And I think, yeah, you have advantage on it. So now it went, you went, and now your dad is going to go. He is going to move out here.
Yeah, get out of there.
All right. And he is going to fire. He's going to do 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, okay. So he's definitely a spellcaster.
All 3 of them hit. Total of 17. So that's a total of 40 so far. Yeah, it's definitely looking hurt. The Eldritch Blast and it just like opens up gaping holes in the side of its body. I need another con save from you, sir.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. So once again, you're able to resist the urge to just eat. And this is only in shark form. It's part of the wear thing.
Yeah.
So you went underwater in your territory and you started smelling blood.
Yeah.
Gotta do something.
Of course. It only makes sense.
Yes. And he is gonna stay right there. So now it is the big sharks go again. And let's see.
Is he gonna attempt to break it and take 66 damage if it fails? Oh my god.
Well, what it's going to do is stay
Fucking
within your.
crazy.
What it's gonna. Oh no, it can't move.
Yeah,
So.
it can't move unless it wants to try to break it.
Well, that's a natural 17, so it broke it.
Oh,
But that was
that
an
would have been crazy.
yeah, but that was an action to do it. So it's gonna take its next one for a tail whip attack.
That's aight.
Okay. That is a natural 19.
Yeah.
These things are sick too.
Also, reaction, hellish rebuke.
Okay. I'm just okay. Yeah, it's dead. You're
Oh,
gonna yeah. So I mean, describe to me how you want to do it. Hellish rebuke is you point your finger at it and it bursts into flames. So just describe how you want to do it. Before that, you take 9 points of slashing damage from its tail as
reduced.
it. No, that is
Yes,
reduced. That is reduced.
that's reduced to 5.
No, that is reduced.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
Okay,
you take the full 9. 9
that's
is
okay.
reduced.
I'm all right.
Um, but as it whips around and hits you with its tail, you point at it and
And it just completely starts melting until it turns to a skeletal form that's still on fire and slowly sinks to the bottom of the sea.
all right. And there you go. Your first combat alongside your father, who, again, I never know what you guys are going to do, so I wrote 2 different things. He kills his
Yeah,
dad, he doesn't kill his dad. So here you go. And every decision you guys make affects future decisions. So I
right,
got yeah. Dude, I am not, and I'm not trying to interrupt gameplay, but I'm not the kind of DM that's going to force you to do something.
right.
You took what he said and you let it melt your heart a little bit and you said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to kill him."
Yeah,
And now here you are. But if you had, I had a whole other thing. So I didn't know
right.
where you were going to go. So I actually had 3 or 4 different scenarios planned. So that's what I usually do. But all right. So you guys succeeded. Um, rise back up to the
Fucking light
surface.
work.
Yeah.
Hellfire Chain's crazy.
Rise back up to the surface and realize that you are a long way off from going to coast, which your dad then turns to you and says, "Well, we have a choice to make here, son. We're equal distance. Do we go back home? Or do we go find a new one while we try to figure out how to take back our home?"
I have friends in Coast City. We need to go. Oh, okay. He needs to be speaking in unbroken. Friends, Coast, back, help.
Can
Question
you
mark.
and he's gonna wave his hand. I need a wisdom save from you.
That rolled out of my tray. That rolled out of my tray again. Okay, there we go. What is my wisdom? Oh, I'm fucking garbage in wisdom. I forgot I dumped it. That's a 9.
Okay. So he's gonna can you and wave his hand, and you're gonna lose your shark form.
Oh, okay. Uh, oh shit. How the fuck?
Would you mind
Questions
repeating
for a
that?
different
Like,
time. Yeah, I have friends in Coast City that we should probably go get them. They're the reason you're still alive, if anything.
well, do you want to take the long way or do you want to take the short way?
I would like the short way, please. And he takes his hand with full force this time, ready.
Okay. Roll the 100 for me.
Oh, let me just not roll 2 real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you don't got to roll 2, just 1. 1 will do the
Ooh,
trick.
good roll. 67.
Okay, let me check something here. Okay. So this is a reference I'm going to make now, but listeners and you will understand later. So you are going to pull a Yorick. Once again, everything goes white, everything goes blurry. And this time it's not stars. This time it's actually like as if you're back underneath the water, but you feel the same pull. And everything goes fast and string again. And where you appear this time is right above the Crook House. And then you start to free fall and you
We're
land
aiming for the bushes!
right into the bushes of the tree. You hit and go through, kind of roll and fall down onto the ground right in front of the front door. So it's just well, I guess that's better than water.
I think I would have preferred the water, but, we're alive!
All right. And the front door to the Crook House is closed. You are not fully sure where your friends are or what their last location was, given that the last time you saw even remotely a couple of them, you were all being arrested and brought to. Well, I mean, you don't even know where Yorick and Garrison were taken. You just know where you
Right.
were taken. Um, you do know that there were a couple left behind in Coast City, like Vidar and Latha were here. You know
Yeah,
Adam is here, and you knew Merida was here because they were not involved with what you three were doing.
right.
As far as Yorick and Garrison, you don't really know where they are, but you and your dad land in front of a closed Crook House. It is probably about mid-morning.
Now, before we end, I would like to have some conversations with him.
Okay.
So, I have a question. You
As you,
obviously hate the magic. Why do you have the magic?
well, I've always believed in order to face your enemy, you have to understand them. And sometimes you have to be able to do what they do.
Yeah. I'm one. I definitely know how that feels. Because I
Okay.
took one out of your book, and it was the same thing I did for you. You know how
Well,
many
that
people and things I've done now? It's something I'm not really like to, but it happened. I mean, way to live.
would you like to would you like to see what your once beautiful city actually looks like?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. He's going to take his hand and he's going to put it just like face palm
Mhm.
right on your face. And you're going to feel this slight buzzing right here. And it's going to glide across to your temples. It's going to go along your hairline. And then it's going to go down the center of your forehead and go back around your eyeballs and back here to the corner. Just a slight, not even really painful, just kind of like this subtle vibration. And as he removes his hand, you blink a couple of times and you look out to Coast City, the poor district where the Crook House is located. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm going to save that description for when everyone is around because this is going to
Awesome.
be exciting.
That was really good. I'm glad that this was the one shot that I got. I think that went really well. Malador had a very big choice this session.
Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't know how I was going to take it at first. I had all plans to kill him, but Malador saw him as exactly as he was when he was going through everything, and he looked and seen that he's been through a lot of shit too. All the stuff that he's regretted and all the stuff that he had no control over, exactly like what Malador had no control over.
Yeah.
So he kind of connected on that base, which is what made him decide to spare him.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I had about 4 different scenarios planned, so I didn't know where you were going to go. So I made sure to plan for each one. But yeah, this one, it didn't go anywhere close to where I thought it would.
As every time
But-
I get into a D&D session with you.
Well, it's okay
I
though.
am unpredictable.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much, and it definitely was the solo that you needed to do.
Absolutely.
I don't think the transformation really needed to be a solo because that would have been more just like fucking around in the festival until you found the hand.
This was definitely more fulfilling for a one shot.
Yeah.
To have lore drops, have all of these things that a one shot needs.
So yeah, that was definitely cool. And now,
dude, the spectral fucking fire jade, bro. That's so cool.
Now I can't wait to see the friggin' the team's reaction.
Yeah.
When they open up the door and there's your dad.
Yeah. Especially Adam's reaction. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. I hope he's able to play.
He should be able to. He said he was. I believe he said he was pretty sure he could.
Yeah. But all right, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the new feature of the map. I'm going to be using that a lot more. Once
cameras
again,
very soon.
Yep, cameras very soon. Anyone who needs one will be getting one, and everyone who has one will hopefully be willingly using them. Unofficial sponsor once again, your Adam and Eve's butt plugs.
And again, fuck you, Craig.
And again, fuck you, Craig. Have a good night.
Have a good night.